All right, so let's talk about Hostess credit. Hostess credit is really at our discretion as independent beauty consultants, so you can offer your hostesses whatever you like for them to hostess a party. And this can go in both directions. You know, if you offer way too much, then what's going to happen is you're not going to make much money on the party. And then if you offer too little, then she may not be interested in booking a party, or she may be disappointed. So I'm going to explain to you what I recommend for hostess credit that I found has been super helpful. Now, my favorite hostess plan is the 80 for 40. So what that means is that your hostess, as long as she has 2 guests at the party over 18 who are not already your customers, and $100 in sales, because that's what an official Mary Kay party is. 2 guests, including her, and $100 in sales, people that don't already buy from you. Their cat doesn't count, their child doesn't count. It has to be like real grown-ups. And then $100 in sales, then I will give her $80 worth of products for $40. Now, women tend to love this because they're like, wow, $40 free, which it is $40 free. But think about what we pay. We pay for $80 worth of products, $40. So we're not actually losing any money on that order. We're just not taking a profit on that. So she's walking away with a lot of free stuff, and we're getting the cost of her order covered, which is wonderful. Now, traditional Mary Kay Hostess program goes like this. This is like Mary Kay's suggested guide. And that is that a consultant would get 10% of class sales and free products if there are no bookings. If there's 1 booking, she would get 15% of class sales in free products. And if there are 2 or more bookings, she would get 20% of class sales in free products. So let's just do that. Let's say she has a $300 party and no bookings. She'd get $30 free. If she had a $300 party and 1 booking, that's 15%, she'd get $45 free. I'd multiply 300 by 0.15. And if she had, 2 or more bookings, then she would get $60 free, 300 times 20%. So that would be the Mary Kay Hostess program. And what I have pros and cons about that. What I like about that is it's very fair. She's getting more credit if she has a higher party. But what I don't like about it is that sometimes it doesn't seem to work out to that much money. Like a $300 party, I feel like it would be nicer for her to get more than $30 in free products. And also, now we're not having the cost of her order covered necessarily. So what you really need to do to be fair is you got to figure out which one's better. So you say to her, you're going to get $80 in free products for $40, and possibly more than that. And then at the end of the party, you meet with all the guests and you tally up the sales. And then you do the math. So let's say she had 1 booking, okay? And it was a $300 party. So that's 300 times 0.15 times 15%. She should be getting $45 in free products. So that's better for her than the 80 for 40. So in that case, she would get $45 in free products. And you could say you get, $85 worth of products for 40. Add it to that, or you can just say you get $45 free. Let's say she had a $100 party with 1 booking. So $100 times, 15%, should be getting $15 free. Yeah, that's right. That's not a lot of product. It's not a particularly successful party, but in that case, she'd be better off getting the $80 worth of product for $40. And so would you, because giving your hostess credit $15, even for not that great of a party, that's a lip gloss, right? I'd rather have her see $80, pay me for, the wholesale cost of the order, and then maybe get on a miracle set. So you want to be as generous as you can, but you don't want to do it in a way that is going to cost you an arm and a leg. You don't want to give away the store, and that's what the 80 for 40 does. Now, I have a way that I started communicating with my hostesses that my hostesses now place the biggest orders out of anyone. And it used to be that I would, at the end of the party, say, you get $80 worth of products for $40. And she would say, either to me or to herself, all right, what costs $80, right? Because I told her she can get $80 worth of products. Or if I did the traditional Mary Kay Hostess program, I would say, you get $30 free. And she would think, okay, what costs $30, right? And that's not what I want. I want her to get lots and lots of things. Usually our hostesses are our best customers. Why are they having a Mary Kay party? Maybe it's because they want to hang out with their friends. Maybe it's because they like to have parties. Maybe they want to do you a favor. But also, they usually want free products. So I want them to be really excited about it. So when somebody books a party with me, I always take out a sales slip. And this doesn't matter if I'm in person with her, like maybe she booked from her friend's party, so I'm with her when she books, or maybe we're over the phone. Doesn't matter. And I'll say, okay, listen, what I'd like to do is make a wish list of everything you might want to get for free or at a discount at your party. And then I'm going to put those products aside, and then I won't give them out. Because sometimes what happens is I give all the products out to everyone at your party, and then my inventory's mostly gone, and then you're the only one that doesn't get your stuff. And that's true. I've many times had my hostess not get her a free product. She had to wait for it because she goes last, and that's not really fair. So then she'll say, well, I don't know, maybe, I don't know. And I'll say, well, what about the Time Wise 3D? Yeah, I like that. Okay. And I write that down. I say, what else? And she's like, a lipstick. And I'll just write down lipstick. She doesn't know what color, right? Maybe she doesn't know what color. We're going to figure it out then. And then I say, what else? Let's make a long list. So hopefully we'll get you a lot of this stuff for free or a discount. And she'll be like, well, what was the scrubby thing? And I'll say, okay, that was the microdermabrasion. We can write that down. And I'll suggestive sell to her. I'll say, well, what about, do you need any makeup? And she'll say, oh, I could use some eyeshadow and maybe a cheek color. And I'll go, okay, well, maybe we'll get you a compact with eyeshadow and cheek color. So I write all this stuff down. I don't put numbers on it and I don't tally it or anything. I just make the list. And then when I go to her house, I put all those things aside. I mean, obviously I can't put aside one of every lipstick, but you know, for the things I know that she wants, I have that aside so that I don't give them away to other people. And then when I meet with my hostess last, I've tallied everything up, all right? And what I'll say to her is I'll say, okay, we had a great party and you get $80, you know, get $40 off your order, $80 or $40, we get $40 off your order, and your wish list came to $210. But with your hostess credit, it would be $170. But we can change everything, anything you want. We could take anything off, we could add things on, we could do whatever you want. So what changes do you want to make? And I show her the list. 9 times out of 10, she says, that looks good. And she buys everything on the list minus the cost of her hostess credit. Every once in a while, she might cut one thing off. But for the most part, she sees the bag of her stuff, she sees her discount, and she gets it all and winds up purchasing far more than anyone else at the party. Now, I have had the times where people say, well, I'm gonna have to cut stuff off, so I'll wait on this, I'll wait on this, I'll wait on this. So people have no qualms about saying, I'm gonna wait on that, wait on that. But for the most part, they tend to go, oh, that's great, yeah, I'll take it. And whereas if I had just gone to her without that list and said you get $80 for $40, then the odds of her coming up with that significant of a list are pretty slim. So if you really want your parties to be successful, then you want to make, which we all do, you want to make sure you get that wish list from your hostess in advance because she's going to be your best client. That's just kind of always how it is, and you want to set her up for success. So I hope this helps. I hope it explains that. And there's an attachment right with this video that prints out how you figure out the hostess credit with the 80 for 40 and the traditional Mary Kay hostess plan. And if it's easy for you, print it off, bring it to your parties. All right, everybody, thanks so much.